Hi, my name is Emma Forrest, and I'm going to be presenting on the movie The Princess Bride. This wonderful film was produced in 1987, was directed and co-produced by Rob Reiner. Also, I'm sorry if you can't hear my voice, I'm currently sick right now. Brilliant and stubborn nature shows that Buttercup is a young adult. She grew up a poor farmer's daughter, which is shown at the beginning of the movie where the scene is portrayed in a barn with her wearing low clothes. Based on her financial situation, she received no higher order of education. Her lifestyle is happy, seen through her smiling face and bright eyes. That is soon changed when she is to be married by a prince without her consent. Her displeasure is proved by her attempts at running away. Brilliant and stubborn nature Wesley, as seen through his brash and lively goings, is a young adult. He grew up a poor man, as he's seen serving a farmer's daughter. He has received no education other than what he might have in his time with the dread pirate Roberts. His lifestyle is very much adventurous. He joins a pirate ship, climbs a huge cliff, gets tortured to near death, and ultimately marries his true love. Wesley goes seen through his lifestyle and drinking habits as a middle-aged man. He grew up and is currently poor, seeing as he's living on the streets drinking his life away. He was too poor to receive education other than swordsmanship, in which he learned from his father. His lifestyle was that of a drunken deadbeat of a man until he found his purpose and became a hero to avenge his father's death once and for all. He goes seen through The middle-aged man is seen through his calm reactions and wise nature. It is unknown what his financial situation was growing up, but currently he is poor, which is seen through his dirty clothes and disheveled appearance. He has received no education, which is shown through his often oblivious nature. His lifestyle is quite sad, as he is cast out by almost everyone for being different from others. It improved once he found Wesley and Buttercup. The middle-aged Her value in life is Wesley. Her valued lover Wesley allows her to prevail through many challenges such as forced marriage and the encounter with the monster in the swamp. She is consumed in his love, valuing it even over her own life. While this sounds romantic, it almost leads to her downfall. Her value of Wesley led her to something as rash as almost taking her own life when she thought that he was dead. Values like Buttercup's is his lover. He does anything and everything for her, risking his life countless times to save the thing he values the most. He climbed a cliff, fought over 15 grown men, tackled and killed a monster, he even almost got tortured to death, all for her. His value of her, while it may be sweet, can almost lead to his death at times. Values like Buttercup's value in life is avenging his father's death. Through the entirety of the movie, he continuously repeats the fact that he will avenge his father's death no matter what the cost. His value motivates him to become a skilled swordsman and fuels his ambition to find his father's killer. His value, while seemingly heroic, is often reckless at times, seeing as he goes to impossible and rash lengths to accomplish his goal, ending in him nearly dying. Value in life. Zeke above all values his friends. This is seen through his countless acts of thoughtfulness and assistance to his friends when they are in need. He always drops everything he's doing to help his friends when they need help. When Inigo was drunk, he sobered him up. When Wesley almost died, he carried him to safety. When Buttercup almost got eaten by eels, he pulled her to safety. Or even at the end of the movie, when he made sure they all had a safe way to escape. Zeke complete his mission for true love. Wesley has achieved many seemingly impossible feats, including sword fighting, ingesting deadly poison, and even surviving and living through cruel torture. All of these tasks Wesley had to accomplish highlights the fact of Wesley's journey as an archetypal hero. Like almost every fairy tale, there's a clear line between good and evil. Heroic characters such as Wesley and Inigo are portrayed as valiant and kind-hearted, while the evil characters such as Prince Humperdinck and the Six-Fingered Man are portrayed as evil and as well as sick-minded. The message of the story is that true love always prevails. While it seemed impossible, even after 5 long years apart, Buttercup and Wesley found each other again. They prevailed through all odds and were finally allowed to be happy in their own lives, full of love. When Buttercup was captured in an unwanted marriage to the prince, Wesley saved her and proved once again that true love prevails. Elaborating on this message, the moral of the story is to never give up on a love that is true. A perfect love is only found once in a lifetime, and that is not something to be wasted or treated as a silly fling. Buttercup and Wesley stayed true to their love, and in the end prevailed. They held on to that precious and perfect love, and in turn it assisted them in prevailing over evil they had to face. In this movie I relate to the most is probably when Inago is getting his head dunked in a bucket of cold water by the Zeke to sober him up. I relate to this event the most because it reminds me of times my friends had to dunk my head in water to make me think clearly if I'm about to make a stupid mistake that I will regret later. Just like Inago was grateful for Zeke for helping him, I am grateful to my friends for making sure I don't do stupid rash things. I relate most to Zeke out of all the characters, and no, it's not just because I'm tall. He is a very sensitive and thoughtful person. Like me, everyone assumes he's a bad person at first until they get to meet him. I also relate to him because he loves his friends more than himself, and he takes care of his others and puts his needs before himself, which is something I do unknowingly. Plus, he can be a bit dense sometimes, which is quite relatable. The impact this movie had on me was both saddening and joyful. It was saddening because I realized I don't think I will ever find a love that is so pure and balanced as Buttercup and Wesley's. When watching this movie, I started thinking about my past relationships and how none of them were anywhere close to what they had, and it made me almost lose hope in ever finding true love. That was until I forgot that I'm only 18 and I have plenty of years left in my life to find someone. The joyful emotional impact this movie had on me well overplayed the sadness. Contrary to my doubting hope of true love, I realized that I don't need to be forever searching for someone because true love will always prevail. And if I wait long enough and withhold my standards, I will find someone. Plus, I've watched this movie hundreds of times. It's my favorite childhood movie, so every time I watch it, it makes me happy and I think back to the easy days. I absolutely adore this movie. It captured my heart at a young age and has held on since. It's full of action, adventure, love, mystery, battle scenes, magic, wizard, evil guys with six fingers, and so much more. I seriously recommend watching this movie if you're into any of these things. Plus, I'm an adult now and I still love watching this. It's entirely made for all ages. I do recommend this movie to all. It was made a long time ago, so the acting is a bit different than it is nowadays, as well as the cinematography is a bit outdated and quite noticeable in some of the scenes. So if you're a person who likes supremely high quality of movies, I don't think you'll enjoy this as much. Plus, if you don't like romance movies, I wouldn't recommend this because the whole plot is circled around romance. Thank you guys for listening to my long presentation about the movie The Princess Bride. It is honestly one of my all-time favorite movies, and I don't think that's ever going to change. So if any of you guys go home and watch this, please let me know if you like it or not.